And we are live. Greetings, everyone. I hope all have had a wonderful beginning of your week, of your work week, and things have not gone awry. So,
yeah. Hope it's a hopeful good Monday. There you go.
I am Star, and this is Will.
Hey guys.
And we're playing Monster Rancher. We have a plant. Its name is Audrey 2, for obvious reasons. So, this one, Will is raising this one primarily. He's telling me what to do on it. So, and I don't remember what you... Okay, so there is an official tournament at the end of next month. You're in rank C. You're rank C right now.
All right.
Don't remember how well you did during the battle. I feel like you may have lost.
Okay.
But yeah. What do you want to do? We obviously can just do normal training stuff, or we can actually go send Audrey 2 on a training thing to try and learn new moves.
Okay, let's see. Does she have does she have 3 moves?
I believe. So in this one there are 4 areas for attack.
Oh, there are 4. Okay.
She has the first 2 areas. She has 2 attacks in each of them.
Okay.
I think lately we've been doing this thing that builds power and also life and drops speed.
Uh-huh. That sounds familiar.
So
I think I was trying to just at this point fill out her actual track of moves so she can have a move in every area.
alright, so training it is. So, power, intelligence, skill, defense. We're not doing speed, I know. Or life.
Let's see. We've already done life once. I think we've done power once.
Have we done 2? I think we only did 1 so far. I think we only did 1 training so far. No, we did do 2. He got lost on the second one. That's right.
Okay. So let's do let's do defense.
Defense. All right.
Yeah.
See you in 4 weeks when training is over. Good luck. Alright, so yeah, usually we do talk about stuff, and Will's gonna pick the topic this time since I was the one that kind of went through the skeleton crew stuff.
Yeah, so since we just talked about the skeleton crew, let's just talk about Star Wars as a whole today. There's so much of it. I'm pretty sure that our time will end before we have to stop talking.
And also look at what's coming up, you know? The
Fair enough.
upcoming Star Wars, not Start Wars, Star Wars projects. Alright, Audrey 2 is back from training, but he wasn't successful. Do you want to punish or no?
Oh, great.
I never, personally, I never punish for them not succeeding and getting a new move, because that's not really on them, that's just the game itself.
Okay.
So, but this is your monster, so it's up to you.
All right. So, how well did the training actually go? Did it just fail at the training
Oh
itself?
no. She passed all 4 weeks. She increased her defense a fair amount.
Okay. All right. We can still praise her then.
Well, we're not praising, we're just not punishing.
Fair, fair. I only punish when they actually fail more weeks than they succeed.
And we are definitely not going to compete in this tournament because Audrey 2 just got back from training and is super tired.
I assume after training, yeah, needs rest.
Alright. We are in January of the 2nd year of this thing. So, alright. Potato, fish, or meat? For food.
What?
Potato, fish, or meat for food?
All right.
Typically, I just
Let's
go with
go
fish
with.
because fish is just the one that's not gonna cause them to get fat or. Yeah, typically, meat is what you give when you're like really wanting to praise them for something, I think.
I was gonna say I forgot in this one. Does the actual food
So,
technically matter?
potato is the cheapest. You only do that when you're like really strapped for money.
When you're broke,
And it
when you're broke,
apparently
when you
drops,
dislikes it.
and it specifically says it drops loyalty. Fish, an appropriate
Oh
snack
God,
for your
no.
monster. The ocean overflows with this fish. That's sort of the middle of the road. You're fine. And
Your
then
standard
meat,
fare
and then meat is your feast for special occasions. It's the most
for
expensive.
special occasions. Okay, let's go with fish. Middle of the road.
Audrey 2 still seems tired. I guess we worked her too hard before sending her on that training.
What did we do before?
I guess we trained a little bit. She just wasn't like exhausted. Then we sent her on the training thing. So, all right. So she did not learn a move. We still can do one more training, but after that, we will definitely need to make sure we start competing. Or we can just do regular
Okay.
stuff. I'll tell you when the next C tournament is next month. There's just a normal tournament, not an official one.
Okay.
So if you want to do another training, we can do that. Or we can do
There
standard
is no.
training.
Okay, so
There's nothing this
there
month.
is no official tournament.
No, the next official tournament will be in March. Currently, we're January.
Oh, okay. We got plenty of time.
There is like a normal tournament next month. If you decide to do training, you will not be able to do that tournament.
Okay. Let's just do the normal workouts.
All right. Are we continuing with the life and power and drop in speed, or you want to go something else?
What's the number for power? What do we think?
We're at
How good is the?
226.
All right, all right. Let's see. I was thinking with this time. Yeah, let's continue. Let's continue with power.
All right, power and life and drop speed.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. I will do that until time for the tournament. In the meantime, Star Wars Andor Season 2 is supposed to come out in April.
Alright.
Star Wars Vision Season 3 is supposed to come out sometime this year. And then, then there's nothing else until next year. So
Oh, okay, okay. I thought they're
yeah,
gonna do another Mandalorian this year.
yeah. Apparently, not a lot of Star Wars stuff. The next Mandalorian thing is a movie that's supposed to happen next year.
Okay.
So, not a whole lot to talk about coming up. But yeah.
There's a lot of stuff in the past, so that we can do.
Well, since you're the one that brought this topic, I will let you be the one to decide where we go from it.
All right, all right. Let's go with the stuff that Skeleton Crew kinda can maybe bring to light. Cause I was thinking about it, and I realized Skeleton Crew actually kind of puts a few holes into a few things about Star Wars.
What's that? Oh,
Okay.
shoot.
What?
Okay, she's tired. I thought that just doing one work before the tournament would have been fine because she just rested.
But we overworked her. Gotcha.
I'm gonna go check.
Can't work this
something.
monster that like that.
I didn't even do 2 in a row for that one. Is he a new breeder? Kinda. I was hoping to work with a new breeder. You were. I'll stop in again sometime. See ya. All right then. Bye. What do you want to do? I want to see if you have something that might be able to assist with this whole thing of, you know, being tired. Nope.
I was gonna say I don't think the games have
Wait,
that.
wait.
You just
This special item from Breeze is full of nutrition and will heal fatigue. Alright. I'm gonna get 2 of these, that way we have another one for another just in case. Alright.
Yeah, when it comes to Monster Rancher games, sometimes you look out, get that monster that can just go all the time. And then sometimes you get that monster that just literally can't work out for anything.
Alright. So that should help for the whole thing, so we should be able to do the battle now. Alright, so Skeleton Crew bring into light. What you got? What were you wanting to know? You there? Think we just may have had one of those little moments where his internet has caused him not to be able to hear us for a minute. So we will just give a little bit of time while I fight in this battle. So whenever Will returns, then it will be all good. But right now, it's time for Monster Rancher battle. Doesn't quite slip off the tongue as well as Pokemon battle, does it? But it's all good.
Can you hear me?
Slap him. Hey, you're back. You hear me
Okay.
now? All right, cool. You're back.
Yeah. All right. Where did the kid cut me off?
Well, I was asking you what you wanted to talk about with the Skeleton Crew stuff. You said that you thought it might bring some things, or might contradict some things.
Yeah, but what I was saying was, so this planet is one of those planets that just so happened to be, erased from the registry, right? Like somehow, some way, one of those lost planets, correct?
Yeah, it's like purposefully hidden for its own safety. So it's like,
Okay.
I would say possibly it's in the Jedi archive, but purposefully said that it is not like the location is not is like only allowed for certain people or something. I don't know.
Okay. Because there's two things that brings to light this moment where you sit there and you think about things. You go, the Jedi truly were going to be the bad guys if the Sith didn't come along.
Well, I mean, we've kind of talked
Think about
about
this.
that being a thing because like the Jedi's kind of were not the good guys in all you know like they weren't bad, but they were very much like their way or the highway type of thing, you know?
Just think about this for a moment. Okay, we're gonna say just for kids and giggles how the Jedi were viewed. They technically were the universal police, right?
Right,
Universe
exactly.
police.
Exactly.
Okay, but this is a universe police where at the end of the day they control the government was from the shadows because honestly no one got to actually know what the Jedi talked about. They were literally abducting children and forcing them into their, we're gonna be honest, cult.
Okay, I will actually stop you there for just a little bit. So, um from what I gathered on some episodes, I'm not entirely sure which ones, but they were not like if I understand correctly, and I might not, like that's entirely possible, but it's essentially it was considered an honor for a child to be taken by the Jedi, but the parents still, I think, were allowed to say no. I'm not 100% positive on this, but
I'm gonna
there are a
be honest
few
with you, man.
episodes of Clone Wars where it does sort of seem like that's what's going on. Like the parents were willingly like giving the, but it's still like one of those things of like propaganda styling of stuff because it's like
Yes.
they were basically told that the child will live a better life if the child comes with me, otherwise their full potential will not be realized and stuff like that. So it's like,
Yeah, it's all propaganda. We could say that.
yeah,
That's what
yeah,
that's like saying your
propaganda,
child joined the army.
propaganda for sure.
Be all
But
you can be
yeah,
in the
it's
army.
still very much a they weren't forcibly taken. Now, I will say that when you hear from Finn, you do find out that he was forcibly taken.
Yes.
So the Jedi were, it was more of a propaganda ploy. Like, why would you say no to the Jedi? You know, type of thing. So
Uh
that one's more of like
huh.
like a social thing. Like, if you said no to them, then like you would wind up being, oh, that's that family that said no to letting their child go and become a Jedi. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Because when I was thinking about this, I thought about the poster child for this, Anakin.
Oh yeah.
Anakin technically was bought and sold to the Jedi through gambling.
Yeah.
Gambled his own stuff, not knowing he did, because the Jedi gambled his stuff.
Yeah.
Got his, freedom. Just his, not his whole family.
Now, to
Just
be
his.
fair, Qui-Gon tried to get his mom too.
You know what? I will give that to Qui-Gon. I will give that a good guy point.
Yeah,
He
Qui-Gon
did
did
try.
try, but
But he did literally sell some slaves
yeah,
stuff in
when
order
Watto
to.
would not be willing to trade both slaves, he was okay with the one. But he was really hoping that it would wind up being the mom and not the son. Hey, hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Your phone's doing the thing where it's like breaking you up so much. So I did not understand a word that you just said. You there?
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, let's try it again. No. By the way, your monster won. Your monster won that little tournament.
Alright. There we go.
Man.
Maybe red.
Your internet is not liking you today, man.
That's hilarious. The sad part is I have to move from this.
You might need to move an inch. You might need to move an inch.
Alright.
Okay, that sounds good. Whatever you did, it sounds good.
Literally moved an inch.
I love it.
I really don't know what to do. Really don't. It's fine. This is just how this is gonna be.
So your monster won, by the way.
All right. Yeah, I heard you. Yeah, on my end you were fine. I was just in there going, okay, let me try doing something.
So yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, Qui-Gon did, like, when you say it out, like when you put it in certain terms, it does, like,
when you put it in black and white terms without any context, you realize, oh, this don't sound awful. This sounds real awful.
Yeah.
Wait, he literally went down to a planet, gambled away a slave's only possession for the chance of maybe,
so a dino
keeping him free.
A dino just came and delivered us some mail. Says to Audrey 2. What could this be? Look what I've got! How's it going? I've been your greatest fan since your last match. You are something else, man. I already have tickets to your next match. Don't let me down. I'll be cheering for you. Our monster is getting famous.
Okay, so this is the prompt to let us know that we're finally famous.
Well, that was actually one of the really cool things in this game. You can actually get fan mail. Like, some of it will be like from an obvious adult, like that one.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it will be from like children, and it'll be like done in crayons and stuff.
Okay.
It's really neat. Alright. Official tournament time. I assume you wanna enter, right?
Yep.
Alright, here we go. But yeah, when you put it in terms like that, it definitely does seem bad. And then, like I said, that whole thing with the fact that, yeah, the Jedi didn't actually forcibly take children, but it was one of those things of when a child showed that they were force sensitive, it was kind of frowned upon to not let the Jedi take them.
They were peer pressuring you to the sky.
Yeah.
It was one of those moments of they just look at you and go, "Oh, how could you?
Exactly.
How could you derive this poor child from the glory of work for us?"
So yeah, like I'm definitely not gonna argue on the Jedi's side for that whole thing. And we also saw in Acolyte that they do offer the choice at the end, you know? In the end, they do offer the choice.
We also saw it after like that they sometimes F this up royally.
Yeah. But to be fair, if they had
That was
done
F up royally.
if they had done what the council asked them to do in Acolyte and left the damn children, then there would have been a lot less issue. But
Honestly, if the Jedi had
no, the
started listening to the council, the actual story wouldn't happen. I
yeah,
remember that too.
exactly. I'm not saying against that. I'm just saying, like, if the Jedi did not just think that they were the be all end all of what you're supposed to do, you know,
And honestly, here's the saddest part. When I realized and thought about is it just the Jedi as a whole, or everyone that's not in the council? Because I realized something after analyzing in my head all the scenes from the council. The council sometimes do dark stuff. I gotta be honest. There were moves in the council that you sometimes sit there and go, okay, did you really send this person out to buy like 100,000 soldiers? The fact that they clones,
well,
literally, what was a selling point?
so
Okay, so this was a your idea moment.
but yeah, that's the thing about that particular thing, the ordering of the clone troopers. As far as I can tell, it was only that one guy who decided to do that, and he didn't clear it with the rest of the council. So I think what it really comes down to is not so much the Jedi themselves, it's a Jedi. It's a Jedi. Shit. No. Controller's being prick. Almost screwed up a fight there. Because it's still doing it. I need to, like, change controllers or something.
Fair enough.
Not sure that one will work any better. I think Solar took my other good one.
Yeah,
I might need to buy
right.
another. I might just need to buy another one. But yeah, I think
It,
the Jedi Council itself, yeah, there are some issues with that. But like when it comes down to it, it really seems like most of the issues wind up coming when you have the Jedis deciding that they are correct despite what everyone else says. So it's like Qui-Gon Jinn was like, I'm gonna free this kid and bring him and train him as a Jedi. I don't care what the council says. I'm gonna do it. The council says that there is evil. The council says
that before he let the council know that he was gonna do that.
Yeah, but he said he was going to train. He told the council just straight up, I'm gonna train him, whether you like it or not.
Was after he freed him and brought him in front of everybody.
Oh yeah, for sure. He was doing that because he thought that was the right thing to do. And then when everyone was like, that is the wrong thing to do, he's like, I don't care. I'm gonna do it. So it really seems like it's just like
it
really seems like it's just like the Jedi, like a Jedi by themselves just comes up with these ideas and doesn't care if other people say that it's a good idea or if someone else disagrees. It's just, they're just like, I'm gonna do it. And
it's one of those moments when you realize that when your council of 10 or so people look at you collectively and go, no, this is a bad idea. We have a list of reasons why this is a bad idea. Don't do this.
Yeah.
And then the leader of your council pulls you to the side and goes, "What the F are you doing?" When Yoda pulls you to the side and goes, "What the F are you doing?"
Oh, it's even worse than that. It's
I'm
even
looking
worse
at
than
you.
that, dude. It's even worse than that, man. Cause later on, Qui-Gon's talking to Obi-Wan. And Obi-Wan's like, I'm glad that you think I'm ready for the test, but you have to see, like, the council sees something bad about this child. You must see it too. So, like, even the person that he is training is telling him. Everyone is telling him, but he's like, no, I'm a Jedi, and as a Jedi, I am invoking my right to always be right.
You know what this is, right?
Hmm.
Now that we've been talking about it even more, it's that trope of that cop that goes to his police chief and go, "I'm right. I know I'm right, and I'm gonna do this." And the chief
Oh,
goes,
yeah.
"F you, F
Oh, my
you,
God.
turning your badge. I don't want to be a part of this."
It is
And the chief
exactly
doesn't have the
that.
balls to make them turn in their lightsabers.
Oh, my God. It is exactly that. And then, you know, the council itself is full of these 10 Jedi who all believe they're right.
Of course, they're the chiefs.
And
They're
it
all the
makes it
chiefs.
to where it's like the whole thing in Clone Wars with Ahsoka.
Uh-huh.
Like that is like the point where, like, right there is like one of the points where Anakin actually starts to turn.
Yes. Yes. And honestly, with the way we just described this, it'd be like that one police officer that was, is looking around and going, "Oh God, what am I in? How does this work? Oh God." Think about that. If you were to realize that your whole organization works like this, and you just sit there and go, "Oh God, what are we doing?
Yeah, the whole
Is this just
organization, but you still have to say Anakin is an idiot because he's basically like the whole organization is corrupt. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna side with Hitler.
Yes, yes." Anakin isn't smart. He is special. I'm sorry. Anakin is special.
I mean, it's sort of the same thing with like all those people just being like, the Democratic Party is upsetting me so much, so I'm going with Orange Hitler.
Yep. Yep. But yeah. When you sit there and think about how the Jedi's worked, and you just, you know, if the Sith didn't come along, the Jedi's just would have become the bad guys in a few more years anyway.
And they
Because,
would have
like I
thought
said,
that they were the good guys.
of
They,
course
oh my
it's
god,
there.
oh
Yeah.
my god, Justice Lords.
Yes. Yes. That's what they would have become. They would have been a group of superpowered individuals indoctrinating other superpowered individuals through sheer peer pressure, or just one day going F it and just taking children. I can see the Jedi just taking children. I'll be
Yeah,
honest.
like I mean
I
they're like a
can see them just taking.
yeah. Right now it's just that whole thing of like, you know, the peer pressure propaganda stuff, right? But I mean,
Yeah.
like, if they had continued and people continued to like especially the Senate, like if they continued to try and do stuff against them, it would have been very much just that whole thing of like, okay, you don't get a choice anymore. It is for the best that this child comes with us.
No. See, you gotta remember the phrase in the Jedi way. It's for your own good.
Oh yeah, it's for your own
You
good.
don't know how to do
No,
this,
not
but
just
we do.
not just your own good. It's for the greater good.
You are right. That is better. That would be better than what you said for the greater good.
Yeah.
And you would have just looked at them and like, F you. F you.
And it would
You're
oh
just tired.
wow, how cool would this AU be? Like a whole AU where the Sith where like the Emperor never became a thing because the Jedi took over the Senate. Because they were oh my god, they were actually going to do that.
Yes, they were.
And think if
They were actually going to
Anakin,
do that.
like if Anakin had not come back and taken and caused Mace to lose,
Yep.
they would have taken over the Senate. So like think of the AU for that.
Yep. I was actually thinking about it when I came up with this phrase that I realized I'm like, you know what? Was Anakin actually that bad of a thing? And then I realized, oh God, he wasn't. Oh God, if he didn't actually exist, and they had just continued without Anakin, the Jedi just would have been the bad guys.
Yeah.
The end. They would have took over the Senate, would have made Jedi law, and like who needs the Sith when the Jedi are just evil?
The Jedi
They
are
would've-
the worst kind of evil too, because they're the evil that actually believes that they are good.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like
They're
the Sith, like they want to have power. They know that they want to
Yes.
have power. They're not saying that
Yes.
that is not what they want. They are very clear.
The Sith is aware that they're evil. The Sith even know that what they're doing is evil. Let's put it this way. One of my best descriptions of the Sith, as far as, knowing that what they're doing is wrong, is like Count Dooku. If you remember the actual movies, one of the last things Count Dooku did was that monologue about the whole plan. Literally told one of the cops the entire plan. Told them everything. And what happened? The cop reported to his superiors, and the superiors went, "No, that can't be right. If you're gonna put a lid on that, I don't want you saying anything, because that sounds stupid. That means we're stupid. That means we failed. So we're gonna put a nip on that and leave."
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true. Like,
and that's one of those moments that why you can't say that Yoda wasn't, exactly a good Jedi, because Yoda got so old that he was just like, no, we are in charge. We do run this, and he's fully accepting of the fact that we run this. And you're just like, wow, Yoda, you literally just I understand that you treat Air like a child.
hey, hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. You're getting our garbled again. I don't know why, but yeah.
Okay, is this better?
Yes, I don't know how it keeps happening. Well, I mean, like
moving slightly now.
The other thing about Yoda is the fact that, like, in the original, in Empire, Yoda didn't want to train Luke, despite knowing that Luke is like the only real hope for the galaxy. You know?
By the time Empire, I say by the time Empire literally gave up, you understand that Yoda was a retired going F all of this. I am on my plan. Leave me alone.
Why does your stuff get jumbled so much? I was able to understand it that time, but it's just so weird that it just like it'll be fine for like a few minutes and then just suddenly get jarbled again. Alright, we eked out a victory there. There were 2 matches that were pretty close.
Alright.
But we eked out a victory in that official match, so Audrey 2 is officially rank B.
Alright. There we go.
Now I definitely feel like Audrey needs to have some more moves.
Yes. This is that portion where we train Audrey until they at least have a move set and everything before we actually start fighting again, because that's when at B level that's what you are expected to have.
Yeah.
You
Please
are
sign here.
expected to have a move of discipline.
Please sign here, please. There you go. Thank you. Here you are. This is from Fimba. Certificate, Serial Star. In recognition of your ability, you are promoted to R3. Yes, it's notification that your level is up. We've done well so far, though, right? Hey! Audrey Chu became rank B just in time for her second birthday.
All right. Now we do the year of training to try to get moves before we try to get to A.
Alright, well, we got 9,300. So that means that we can do 4 trainings before we need to make sure we are actually getting, you know,
doing some kind of competition.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Alright. Where do you want to train first?
Alright, let's go back with power. Since I think all of our moves are power anyway.
At the moment, yeah.
Yeah, let's just go with power. Train that up. Be better at what we are actually doing.
So yeah, I guess, but like the whole thing with Empire Strikes Back is just like, you know, Luke is the first time. It's basically the whole thing of just like an evil empire has taken over, and yeah, it caused it to not be the what exactly would that be if the Jedi took over?
If the Jedi took over?
Yeah, what would that have been considered?
Technically, if the Jedi had took over, they wouldn't have renamed anything. Because they believe they already owned everything. So
Learn a new technique.
Oh, okay. We got a new technique now.
Alright, I think. Okay, so we got the third slot filled out now.
Alright.
Alright, so I think probably rest, do a normal training, because probably need to rest again. Because, you know, that takes a lot out of you, and one rest doesn't usually take care of all of it, so.
Yeah.
But it also does take care of enough to where there's no reason not to do something. Oh, so yeah, no.
What?
They want to expand the ranch, which means that some of the money that we have saved up for training is now being spent. Because we don't want to not do that when we can. Because it can help. It can help with stuff.
We got to that story beat.
Oh, okay. This controller is getting on my nerves. I don't know why it's so bad about this today. Normally, it's not this bad about this.
Couldn't find the other controller that you had?
Like I said, I think Solar has the other good one. Because I don't think this one works well. I believe that's why it's sitting over here. And that one has a similar issue as this one. I need to get a new one. Need to get a new one.
Yeah, that's all. You just need to get a new one.
Okay. Yeah, I don't understand what's up with it. But yeah,
when you think about
this, be like a military occupation or something, essentially.
I was gonna say it wouldn't even be that. You gotta remember how the Jedi like to run things. the Jedi didn't even want to actually, run things like that. They left the Senate to handle that stuff. That was literally beneath them. Remember, they actually said this in a couple of those Star Wars Clone Wars episodes. Like they were about the grand picture. Like, you just sit there and go, "Oh, this is some dark mess. This is some dark mess."
Okay.
You worry about cosmic forces. You don't worry about the actual people you govern. And the Jedi just up and telling
You,
people,
sir?
"Yeah, we
Thank
don't govern
you.
you."
Oh, well, that's good news. I was a little worried because we were down to 2,850. Could do like one more training, and then we would have to really try and make sure we got to a tournament. But now, training is on sale, so we can do training for
There you
just
go.
1,000.
There you go. Get the training while they're getting good.
All right. So we just got a power move. So what do you want to go now? Obviously, you can still go with power if you want.
Let's start training up that defense so we can take better hits.
Okay.
We're at B level. We're just gonna assume that everything's gonna actually hit us.
Yeah.
Because our speed is garbage.
Everything has already been hitting us. Don't worry. Our life is literally what's been holding us up.
Yeah, I think at this point, increasing life ain't gonna be enough when creatures start pulling out A moves. We won't make it. So we will need to increase our defense. But yeah, with the Jedi, they ran their stuff more like a cult than the actual military police. The only time that, they would still be considered a military state is if they were still actually left in charge of the clones. Which the Senate was trying to take that away.
But like the whole thing at the end of Revenge of the Sith was they were planning on taking over the Senate temporarily.
Yes. They
until everything was put back right. And then, you have to wonder exactly what that meant.
You know exactly what that meant.
So,
you know exactly what that meant. They were literally talking about assassinating certain people.
So there is a tournament next month so that we can get some money, hopefully. Oh, wait, you know something? We've been going to tournaments, right? We might have some things that we can sell.
Okay.
We have 1 CD fragment. Gets us up to 2,750.
What does CD fragment supposed to do?
It sort of boosts the chance for it to be a certain type of monster.
Oh. Okay.
And this one, it's not quite as much of a thing, especially since we're not really gonna be worrying too much about that.
Fair.
Okay.
Alright, so not useful.
I just got rid of it. It's useful. Okay. It can be useful if you're really wanting to make sure that you have a specific type of monster. But that one was a plant CD fragment. And since we are currently raising a purebred plant. Yeah, so I don't think we need a plant CD fragment, and we'll be able to get plenty of them later. So I don't really think we need a plant CD fragment when we have a purebred plant right now.
Got you.
So yeah, there is a tournament next month that is a small tournament, not an official. that we
Okay.
will be able to try and. All right.
Did we finish the defense training?
Yeah, we did the defense training and he's come back.
How did that go?
He didn't learn a move, but he trained up his defense.
Okay.
His life is 350. His power is 280. His defense is 180. His intelligence is 150. His skill is 130, and his speed is 30.
All right.
So what do you want to work on until time for the tournament?
Okay. Let's say we work on. Let's raise up that defense.
All right. Guard. All right. So we'll just be doing this until time for the tournament. But yeah, like the thing with, like I was saying with Yoda and Empire Strikes Back, is the whole thing of just like he had given up so much on anything being able to change that he wasn't even willing to try and put someone out there to help.
Yeah, you got to remember, this is the dude that had over 1,000 Jedi at his command and lost that. This is that actual thing going back to the police chief. That police chief that lost his whole station. And when I say lost, I mean they died. Even the children.
Except for the ones that got turned.
That's worse, man. That's actually worse. That's looking at someone and going, little Greg, I know you. I was actually teaching you stuff. And little Greg's holding up a red lightsaber going, time to murder you. They like, oh, little Greg, how did you become a gangster like this? You were supposed to be doing true justice in the American way. And little Greg's looking at you going, no.
I mean, that is the thing about the prequels, where it's just like, it's really showing you that the reason the Empire came up is the fact that the Republic was corrupt. The Jedi were just high up on their high horse, and no one was actually thinking about the people. You know?
Yeah, and guess what? That has never changed.
No.
And all of them. Even when the so-called, rebels won the day, it's showing you literally stuff that's happening right now where you sit there going, are the rebels actually doing a good job? And you can literally see by all the stuff going, no.
Yeah, like the stuff that happened in Andor, I think, with the whole thing of
Andor.
Like it was something.
Honestly, in the Mandalorian, in the Acolyte, all of this.
I want to say in Andor, there was like a thing where it was actually showing you stuff, and it's like the rebels or the New Republic is so afraid of the Empire that they were actually destroying Imperial made stuff just because it was Imperial made stuff, even if it was useful.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you some stuff on this first fight here.
Okay.
We outdo them in life.
Yes, of course.
That's it.
Yep. This is where it gets hard.
This golem, mind you. It's not a pure golem. It's a golem that's mixed with something that does have intelligence. But this golem has higher intelligence than us.
Yeah.
And
You gotta
obviously
remember,
higher
this is our
speed.
first monster. This is the first monster. This isn't a mix of anything. This is a purebred whatever. And I'll be honest, man, in Monster Rancher, those are not the good ones.
No, they can
When
be.
you get up to A,
They
when you get
can
up to
be.
A and S, but aren't all of those like the legendary ones, like the dragons and the cool stuff that you can't get?
No, like if you train something really well, you'll be able to make anything really good. Like for instance,
So
Pixie.
I always noticed that the first monster never gets past, most of the time A, even that if you train it really well.
Like Pixies are really good if you train them right.
Okay. I never really trained a Pixie before.
And Pixies get some really powerful attacks, and their attacks are also very good at hitting.
Okay.
Like like the thing about them is you do have to make sure that you hit first. But another thing about it is just like if you hit first, it is very likely that you will beat them when it gets to this level. But if you do
I
not
didn't
hit
know.
first, if you do not hit first, if you're a
Mm-hmm.
pixie, then it is also very likely you will be killed with one hit.
Yeah, I never did the one hit tactic because that ain't the way I train.
I mean, typically I like tigers, even though they're definitely not the best. So I mean, I'm always having to like
Yeah.
try and train things really strangely.
But yeah, I do remember for a fact that your first monster usually caps out at A, no matter how good you train that sucker. You're never getting that sucker to S from just at least that first monster.
Oh wow, this one actually had higher health than us.
Yeah, we're at we're rank B now, right?
So far, we're actually doing strangely good.
Yeah, rank B is like I said, where you can either A, get lucky and actually, win, or more than likely you just get stomped. That's why I want to at least have a skill in every one of the categories when we go fight. Something at long range, something at I guess in this one it's long range, mid long range, stuff in the middle, and then stuff up close.
Yeah. So
But yeah, as long as you
far,
can have something in every category, you should be fine.
strange enough, so far, we are winning.
Hey, just take it. That means you get more money. That
Like,
was the whole purpose of this one.
yeah, I know.
Money.
But yeah, I'm just like, I'm surprised that we're actually doing as well as we are so far. Because, like, we have been outmatched on every single one of these fights. We should not be doing
Yeah.
as well as we are.
Yes. Yes. That is one of the other things I like about Monster Rancher. You could be outmatched all the time. You could still win.
Oh, that is a big hit there.
While I was trying to raise up defense so that way those wouldn't hurt as much. Because I was expecting just to get one hit KO without 180 defense. When your defense is almost half of your life
Ow.
points.
Come on. Oh, we got them flashing now too. We're all flashing. Back off.
Now we're just at the point of luck.
Okay. This one is gonna definitely be, oh wow, 47% to 42%. We won. That was
There you
very
go.
close. But hey, we now should be able to do like 3 more trainings.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I kind of want to see the AU of the Jedi actually, succeeding in their coup to dethrone the Emperor.
Again, like I said, it's called "What If Anakin Didn't Exist." That's literally the story. Because if Anakin didn't exist, a lot of things wouldn't have happened.
It's very true. Man,
And honestly, if Anakin didn't exist, here's the one of the funny things I actually think would have happened. I think I think Padme would have actually been one of those people that's staunchly against the Jedi.
oh yeah, for sure. But she already was kind
She
of
would have.
against the Jedi, even
Yes,
while
she was.
even while in a relationship with Anakin.
Yes, she was. But I think if Anakin wasn't there, I think someone else would have tried to get cozy up to
All right, we're gonna keep with defense.
it. At this point, is there anything that would train up power more than power and defense?
Well, I'm talking about like the actual training things because you were wanting to get another move.
Oh, one of those. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. Let's do another one of those. Yeah, let's do defense for that.
All right,
Let's see if we could get defense up to like hopefully 250.
but yeah, I know that they did some sort of thing with Lego Star Wars, where they had a few interesting things. I haven't watched it yet, but I know in that they did bring Darth Jar Jar to life.
Fair enough.
So, but
But
yeah,
yeah. When you think about the whole thing of were Jedi's good, the answer is no. Because by the time that you got to the prequels, what are the Jedi technically doing?
I mean, like we've already
Technically, by
said,
the time
they've got the propaganda stuff going.
like I say, I'm talking about the good stuff.
Oh, the good
What is
stuff.
the good thing that they do?
They do their best to broker peace between people,
So they're technically negotiators
and they also will
with the
go
most
to
powerful weapons
places,
in the universe.
to try and like help people when basically they were like the ones that people would call upon if they needed help because there wasn't an actual military for real.
Yep.
They were space police.
Yes. That's why I'm asking you. In specific situations, that they were either negotiators with guns. So okay, fine, fine. Can't expect all negotiations to go well. Fine. Or they were enforcers.
Yeah.
So they weren't good guys. They were only good guys in name because the public saw them as good guys.
So
Actuality, they were not good guys.
yeah, that stands to reason.
And now, imagine this the extra tidbit because we just saw Skeleton Crew. These good guys actually had the bank. The bank of the universe.
Okay,
Multiple banks of the universe.
So let's
The Senate didn't
Hey,
have
what?
this.
Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. It was never specifically said that Jedi were the ones that had those. It was just an emissary was the only one that could go there. It was never stated that the emissary was a Jedi. The only reason why this particular one was a Jedi, was thought to be a Jedi, was because of the lightsaber. It was never stated that the emissary was always a Jedi.
Okay.
There's no statement of that. There's no definitive thing on that. So
Okay.
whereas
do know-
I am completely fine on continuing the whole thing of the Jedi definitely were a police force and they were not doing a lot of good things, but they thought they were. And that is just as dangerous as doing stuff that's not good. You know? I'm completely I'm completely on board with that stuff. Like, I'm not quite as on board as jumping to conclusions without actual data. With all the stuff that we've said about the Jedi, we have the receipts. You know?
Okay. So you're still okay. So you still of the opinion that that planet was hidden by the Senate, not the Jedi. Okay.
Like I said, I'm not of the opinion of that. I am of the fact that we do not know. Quite literally. Yeah, I know. There are two options. There is the possibility that the Jedi are the ones that go to get the Republic credits. Therefore, the Jedi also have to work with the Republic in order for this to be a proper balance. Or the Republic sends people there and whatnot, and that Republic is the emissary. We don't have facts one way or the other on that. Therefore, without the facts, I am not willing to have a definitive statement on that whole thing.
Okay. So, all right. So, with no definitive statements, what do you think was worse? That if the Jedi had that planet and just been, technically guarded it till they actually collapsed, and that's why that planet never got known, or that the Senate had that planet, and because of let's go with Palpatine killing off a few of them, the few key people that knew about that planet's existence just died. So that's why that planet never was visited ever again.
Yeah, quite literally, the entire way for that planet to have been able to stay hidden like it did means that the emissary who knew about it had to have died.
So, like I said, that means there's only those two options. So, who was technically had the keys?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, either of those options is a possibility. I would be like, when it comes to the choices, if I were to guess, I definitely would be on the same side as you that it's probably a Jedi, because it makes the most sense that the emissary would have been a Jedi, because the Jedi are almost all of them were killed,
and they were negotiators.
So So it would make sense, and I will say that out of the options, that is the more likely one. But again, without definitive stuff, definitive proof one way or the other, I can't 100% say one way or the other. Like, I don't want to say that the Jedi had control of all the finances because of this. Oh, we finally mastered a new technique.
Oh, okay.
It took that last one, so he has been training defense like 4 times.
What is his defense number?
I don't know, because it just went into a little thing, and Audrey 2 is way too tired to do an expedition. So we are not doing this.
Nope.
Yeah, seriously. Sorry, Karn. I will be doing all your expeditions when it's my monster's turn, but right now it is not my monster's turn. But yeah, I definitely would say that more than likely the emissary was a Jedi.
Yeah, because certain things about all of that whole planet situation, I'm just makes me scratch my head and go, okay. My first thought was, okay, Jedi's falling makes sense for the planet to not be found in the 30-year time period that the Jedi's died. And, we're out hiding in the universe. Fair. And the other part of me went, no. The Senate. The Senate, it should have been the Senate's. They are actually the people, they are actually the government. They're not the space police, they're the government. And then I realized, wait, then that meant Palpatine just let this planet go?
Now, I will say this. I will say this about the planet itself and how it's run. It was definitely set up by the Republic. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Because Jedis don't really like droids being in charge that much.
Yes.
So they definitely would not have left. Yeah. So I think it was set up by the Republic, but it was that whole thing of like, the Jedi can be trusted. So obviously the Jedi will be the emissaries, and the Jedi will never be corrupted. So, there is a battle this week. We are low on funds now. Not like super low, but like low enough to where we can't continue training. Do you want to try the tournament? Okay, there is another tournament. Yeah, it's just a normal tournament. There is another tournament in like 2 weeks. If you want me to keep training, it's up to you.
Alright, let's go for the money at this point.
Alright, let's do this. He has a lot more she has a lot more defense this time.
And a new skill, right?
And a new skill.
I'm saying, what kind of skill is it this time?
I forgot to check. I'll check it in a sec. Hold on a sec. Alright. We're fighting that giant golem, that smart golem again, by the way.
Alright, let's hope that new skill actually is useful.
Let's hope the defense that we gave him is useful.
What's the defense number?
Tell you in 1 second. Hello, Monster Fenric. Defense is 316.
Alright, that should be useful.
Wow, our defense definitely went up since we did all those trainings. The defense is now almost on par as with our life.
The next trainings will be powered.
Alright, let's see. Ow! I'm not sure what the new move is yet. Ah, there we are. Lifesteal. Or, no, Kiss. Kiss, not Lifesteal. Kiss.
Okay. Kiss. Great.
So we have our first intelligence skill.
Oh, God. That's sad. That sadness. Didn't want
Um,
intelligence one.
well, luckily our intelligence is not like super low or anything. It's just we've mainly been training power since we hadn't had any intelligence skills.
Yeah, made no sense. And trying to train something up right now.
Alright. Got 6 seconds left. We're just gonna spam an attack now. Think we're gonna win because of this. Yeah, we're gonna win. We won. So, but yeah, like, it was definitely like one of those things of just like, because the Jedi are trusted by everyone and no one really questions them, you know? Because if you question them, then you're a Sith ally or something like that, or you're a criminal of some kind.
Technically, no one knew about the Sith.
Again,
Remember?
it's just that whole propaganda thing that we were talking about earlier, where it's just like,
You got to remember that no one knew about the Sith except for the Jedi.
yeah,
They kept that under wraps.
and the Jedi were constantly in you know, in denial that the Sith were in existence.
Yeah, you got to remember the Jedi's phrase was, "The Sith, they died out 1,000 years ago.
Yep.
We got them all because we're the good guys." You sit there and go, "Oh God, are you actually espousing that your genocide of the other side of the Force?"
Well, to be fair, it wasn't the
That's
genocide. And to be fair, the genocide was really done by the Sith themselves. Because if you
That's
remember, like, we find that out in Rebels, that like when Darth Maul is talking about it, how
that's fair.
basically the
There can
reason
only be two.
Yeah, the reason there can only be two is because eventually the other one's going to betray. You know?
When everyone's knifing everyone in the back, you kind of can't form an actual organization.
Yeah.
It is kind of horrible when you think about it going, yes, the Sith were just built stupid.
So,
You sit there and go, these are the guys using all these force powers that you sit there and go, oh God, if you guys actually could get your stuff together and not F each other over, your powers are actually more impressive than the Jedi.
well, yeah, because it's that whole thing. Again, the Jedi feel like they are the moral superior, so they have certain powers that they refuse to use. And if you use those powers, then you're considered someone on the dark side, someone on the path of the dark side.
Yes.
And there's no ambiguity there with them. It's just, you are. If you do this, you are on the dark. You're on the path of the dark side.
What is the catchphrase? The dark side deals in absolutes.
So yeah, it's...
What did the Jedi start dealing with?
I mean, like, saying that you can't deal in absolutes is such a weird statement, just in general.
No, it was dumb. But whenever I think about it, I'm just like, why did you shoot yourselves in the foot with that statement, Jedi?
I know, right?
That statement means that all your rules are not rules. What? Yes, if you actually think about it, by that statement, your rules have wiggle room.
Yeah.
Because you don't deal in absolutes.
Exactly.
There should be certain times where you should look at your rules and go, you know what, this doesn't need to apply to you. And you know if they did that, what else would have happened? They would have actually been able to keep Anakin.
Yeah. But that's the thing. The only ones...
What are they?
But that's the other thing with, like, the Jedi. Like, the only ones who are allowed to think like that and decide what is still okay and what is not are the Jedi Council. freaking Ki-Adi-Mundi was married to like 7 people. But somehow it was wrong for Anakin to get married to one person. I mean, I suppose if you're talking about that whole connection, that whole thing of like, you know, you're not supposed to have like these strong connections. 7 wives versus 1, you could, I suppose, argue that he is definitely not caring for all 7 of them the same way Anakin is caring for his 1.
But in that logic, that meant that someone had to go to, Ki-Adi-Mundi and just go, you know, you just can't keep that one wife, right?
Yeah.
What?
It's like, I'm sorry, Ki, but you've gotta be Mormon.
You got to spread that love, Ki. One, you just can't have the one wife. That's a risk. Spread that out to a wife a day. What? Yes, a wife a day. We will allow you to have a wife a day. No, we order you to have a wife a day because you have this 7 days a week, right? Yeah, even the space. So yeah, 7 days a week, 7 wives.
All right.
Get on it.
I have a question for you. This is serious question about your raising of this monster now. There is a battle. There's a battle this week. It's not an official one.
Okay.
It's just another one that we would be doing for money. Okay.
Okay.
We do have 7,000 gold, so we can do like 3 trainings. There is also an official battle next month.
Next month?
So like if we did a training right now, we would be we'd be back in time to rest before the official battle if you wanted to try and do the official battle.
Okay.
If you do the battle right now, we will definitely not be able to do a training before the official tournament. So it's really just like, do you want to do the official tournament?
Okay, we won the last battle we were in, right?
Yeah, we're doing good at winning. Like, we're not knocking anyone out, but we're winning.
Okay. So, all right, we're gonna do the training, and we're gonna train up power, since 90% of our moves are power moves.
Yeah. All right.
And
this says your monster has already mastered this course. That means there's no more moves on the power course. Do you want to? We got. When we look at all these other... Okay, so life, we still have moves. We're not doing speed.
Nope.
Defense, we mastered the defense one. So
Okay.
basically, that's skill, intelligence, and life.
All right. Let's just go with life.
All right. But yeah.
We will do the tactic of outlasting all of our foes.
The Homer Simpson tactic.
Oh, but yeah. When I think about how all this stuff works, I'm just sit there think about the Jedi and just go, wow, this is some dark stuff.
Yeah, it's really weird when you like I suppose, like I said before, like when they did the prequels, they were really trying to showcase like the corruption of stuff. Audrey 2 mastered a new technique.
Oh, okay. What is it this time?
Let's find out.
But it's another intelligence move, isn't it?
How are you, sir? Thank you. To Audrey 2. What could this be? Look what I've got. You're the bomb! I've been down with you since day 1. Check you later.
Oh my god.
That was written by a child.
Yeah.
Another letter. How are you, sir? Thank you. Ah, the item shop has a sale. Alright, let's see. Data. Okay, it's another power attack.
All right.
It's at the close mid
Okay. All right.
range, so
Is it better
damage
than the other ones we've had?
damage is pretty good.
There you go.
Hit is kind of low. Hit percentage is kind of low.
Well, let's hit percentage, man. It don't. I don't care about hit percentage. I care
Yeah,
about
as
the
we
damage.
can see from the fact that you haven't been training skill at all.
Yeah. I hit percentage don't really matter.
It does.
It's the damage.
The hit percentage does matter. Speed. Speed is not something that you need to rely on, but hit percentage is something that actually helps you be able to hit. Alright. I'm at week 3. There's a tournament tomorrow. I definitely don't think a big workout would be good, but we might be able to do a small workout. Plus, we have that taffy.
But just resting.
We still have that taffy, also. So if it doesn't, so you want to rest?
Yeah, just resting.
Okay.
He's gonna be fighting in the tournament the next time, so yeah, just resting. Let him be at peak efficiency when he goes to the tournament.
All right, peak efficiency. Let's do this.
Let's see if he gets knocked out in one round.
Well, I mean, he's been doing real good. Plus, his life is super high, and his defense is pretty dang high, and his power is not bad.
Yeah, because our whole tactic at this point with all our fights has always been to just outlast.
Yeah, I've been doing like a thing where like there are times I basically decide when I need to just start spamming to try and run out the clock. Like at the beginning of it, I try and, hit them with some stuff. And for the most part, I try and like get their life lower than lower on percentage than ours.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I've noticed how you've been doing it, so
when it comes to the end, it's
like
like when it comes to the very end of the fight, it's just try and spam so that they can't hit something at the last minute.
Yeah.
Well, our life is way higher than theirs. Our power is, higher than theirs. Our defense is lower than theirs. Skill is lower. Speed is very much lower. And intelligence is lower. So let's hope that this gel does not have a lot of intelligent attacks. Has at least one.
I can see it's a gel. I assumed it had intelligence stats.
Like I said, it has at least one.
But yeah, with the whole with that Skeleton Crew, series, I was sitting there thinking about it, going, okay, either Palpatine was just stupid, or Palpatine is.
To be fair, it's very possible that Palpatine was just stupid.
Yes.
Palpatine really wasn't that smart.
Because part of me just goes, okay, all right. So the first and last contact you had with this planet was literally Order 66. You're telling me that the last broadband thing that actually ever happened was Order 66.
Well, it wasn't so much that Order 66 went out to that planet. It was the other thing that was announced to everyone, which was that the Jedi have become traitors.
Again, the last universal, broadcast that broadcasted to everyone everywhere was that.
Yeah, pretty much.
So everything else that's ever been broadcast in anything has been direct broadcast.
I guess so.
You see this? Yeah. This is the portion where I sit there and go, um, Palpatine, uh, Pals my guy. You literally
Yeah.
just decided to did you blow up your last broadcasting station that could do everywhere, or did you just go you don't need this anymore and you want people to be separated?
The golem, I think, is going to
What's that?
kill us this time. Like, we're actually about at half health right now.
Uh-huh.
The golem is not pulling punches today.
That's fair. I kind of figured that the Golem was gonna try to actually rank up since it's been our main competition.
It'd be kind of cool if, like, the enemies actually would rank up and you would get different enemies. You know?
I was gonna say, didn't it used to do that?
No,
Okay.
it never did that. It's never done that. Well, we finally lost a match.
Yeah, that's fair. It's a tournament. I didn't expect us to actually win everyone.
I will say that that's the first time that that golem has beaten us. It dealt like over 100 damage on its first hit.
Yeah.
Now we're going against a tiger pixie. This is gonna be a bitch to hit.
Fastest thing alive.
God dang.
It's the fastest thing alive.
430 speed. If
Yes.
I get one hit on this thing, I will be impressed.
It's called spammy, man.
Dude, I have 1% chance of hitting with one of my attacks.
Yes, it's called spamming.
There's 11% right there.
Again, it's called spamming. Even if we had
29%. Aha! She got confused for a second. Now she is almost dead. Thank you, confusion.
But yeah, like I said, it's called button spamming when your accuracy ain't great and their speed is oh god why.
Okay, they just dodged like 6 hits.
Yes. Again, it's called button smashing for a reason. You're like, yep, just stay away from me. Stay away from me. As long as my health bar is higher than yours, that's all that matters.
Well, she tried, and it was a valiant effort, but unfortunately, all of her intelligence attacks were long-range attacks, and I kind of ended that fight trying to make sure I was right up next to her. So she was dealing like fair. 3 damage.
There you go. But yeah. When I realized when you told me that the last thing was the last thing that planet had heard from anyone was Order 66, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
That literally means that the last order that you got.
Yeah, that does really poke a hole in the whole thing, doesn't it? Because if we're saying that the Empire doesn't know about this, then the only, like, how did that happen? How did they get that communique?
Like I said, that means that either the Empire last broadcast to the whole, everything was that one, or something happened and the Empire lost the ability to broadcast everywhere and now only broadcast from one planet to another. Which it could have happened in Rebels. I don't know. Maybe they took out some kind of communique.
I don't remember that happening.
I was gonna say I don't know. A lot of stuff has happened in Star Wars, but yeah, it's one of those moments where the Palpatine knew where that planet was and decided to just let it be all the way till, the Empire collapsed, which is the dumbest thing ever. But
Hey,
B,
I just KO'd someone. That's his first B rank KO.
it's gonna happen eventually.
That was the first time that Audrey 2 KO'd someone in B rank.
We normally don't stay enough in any of our ranks and to actually, really do that.
Oh no, Audrey 2's KO'd plenty. Just not in rank B.
Okay. Most of the times I hear you say that we won is due to, technicality, as in, we have this much more health than they do.
Yeah. Those are the one, like, when I tell you that, I usually tell you if we lose or if it's a really close fight.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna stay right up next to you. You keep whacking me with your tail. I'm gonna stay right up next to you, and then I'm gonna just beat the crap out of you.
But yeah, that meant that if Palpatine didn't know about this planet, he didn't go to that planet for, the oh my god, how much money you have planet. And just, commission new Death Stars. Because honestly, with that planet, he could have.
Wait a minute. Maybe that's how he was able to build 2 Death Stars.
We've already known from the whole show that it was never contact.
But but remember, there were other planets, right? There were other planets, and those other planets no longer have anything working on them.
That is fair.
What if he went there and just had his people just take all the money from those places? And the only reason why Atton survived it was because of the fact that the second Death Star was taken out and the Empire was taken out before he got to that point.
So literally, this is the last remnant of Palpatine's bank account.
Yeah.
It's like Palpatine had this in his wallet just in case he could live. So there would have been a third and fourth Death Star.
Pretty much.
And now we know why.
Oh.
Now we know what happened.
This is a smart worm. This is a very smart worm.
Okay. So we find someone intelligence based. Okay. It's a worm, so I'm hoping it's not fast.
Yeah, it's mainly intelligence in life was this thing.
Okay, so we got this as close.
Looks like it has a bit of speed, because like I am at like 30% on hit chance right now.
That's fair.
Well, only with that one attack, I guess. Never mind. I'm good.
Yeah. But yeah, I was sitting here thinking about it, and now that you bring it up, I'm like, fair. Those planets could have just been Palpatine's wallets. Enclosed, perfect little capsules that never knew anything about anything. And when he comes to take them, he could literally just turn off their shields, take everything, and leave.
Second KO. Alright. I'm looking at everything right now.
The goal is gonna win.
No. No. The Golem is definitely not winning. Our fight is the only one that the Golem's won so far.
Wow.
Alright. the hare that we are fighting, that we are about to fight, is the only one that can cause us to not get first place.
All right. So we're at least guaranteed second place.
So if we beat this hare, there is one other person that might stand for second against us. If we beat the hare, then we get first.
Yeah.
If we lose against the hare, then there's like one other person that stands against us for second place. So here we go. This is the match to decide it all.
All right.
But yeah. Oh, Lord. We have done a real deep dive on Star Wars today.
We only really talked, about the prequel stuff and Skeleton Crew. Really. We didn't even get to the sequel stuff. And trying to input how does this, possibly input into that. Like,
that's because like
technically,
the sequel stuff, because the sequels didn't do well, it's making like they're afraid to do anything that talks to the sequels right now. Like everything that they're doing only is talking about is only dealing with stuff that happened before. And it's not really going after things for the sequels. Like the closest that we've seen for sequel stuff is in Ahsoka. By the way, we KO'd the hare in 2 hits. I do not know how that happened, but we KO'd the hare in 2 hits.
So okay, we should be ranking up to A now.
Yeah, we are rank A now.
All right.
And we also have like plenty of money to do some trainings.
All right. But yeah, with the sequels, yes, Star Wars. Well, yeah, they kind of just decided that they weren't going to touch those, and everything that I've heard about future movie plans is literally just going to skip those.
No, it's not. I don't know what you've been hearing, but they have an entire series. They have an entire series of movies that's going to.
Last thing I remember hearing was they canceled the Rey movie that was supposed to happen.
No, they never did that.
I just heard it like last week, at least on something that I was listening to. That it was recent. And I'm like, I didn't even know there was gonna be a Rey movie.
I did not hear that at all.
It was something I heard recently, and I'm just like, okay, sure. I wasn't really thinking that was gonna be a thing, but sure. It doesn't even sound like it was something that, because of the people. It sounded like something due to, scheduling things.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that's fair. That's fair.
Disney removes Rey Skywalker Star Wars movie from 2026 slate last year. I don't know if they actually sort of,
like I said, I'm not sure if it's due to scheduling because actors got to do other things and other contracts make sense, or whether or not they just went F the sequels. We're gonna just
so this right here I'm looking at is updated 6 hours ago. It looks like they just they canceled it for 2026. They didn't cancel the project itself, I don't think.
Okay.
Basically, they're having some issues. They're having some writer issues, I guess. But yeah, they didn't cancel it. They took it away from the 2026 slate is what you heard. So they didn't cancel it. It's just not coming out in 2026. Hey, Audrey 2's third birthday.
All right.
All right.
None of the Disney Plus stuff has actually decided to even touch on the future of, the sequel stuff. And that, I hate to say it, but that is kind of telling.
I mean, it's one of those things where, like, a lot of the stuff... let me go ahead and talk to you about what you want to do going forward right quick.
Okay.
What do you want to do with this guy right now?
All right.
You're pretty much focused in 3 stats at this point.
Yes. Yes, we're not really going to be changing too much of that. The only thing that we're going to be doing right now is, more than likely, we're going to just be doing, that training stuff and trying to, get all the moves that we can get.
All right, well, I'm going to make him tired right quick so that we can rest and be fully good for the next training stuff.
Fair.
You just want to try and worry about moves right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll train up whatever we have to train up in order to get the moves that we, can get. So
I will suggest if life is mastered, just to go with skill. Alright, yeah, life is mastered. So essentially you got intelligence, skill, and speed now. So I would suggest skill because that'll make it to where it'll be a little bit easier to hit also.
Okay.
But intelligence is, of course, one of the things that plants are supposed to be decent at, so...
At this point, we're a power build. If we try to go with intelligence, it's just gonna be sadness.
All right, so we'll go with skill.
So, yeah.
Skill stands a chance of getting another power move.
We'll train it till we get the move.
You should be able to do 4 trainings before we need to do something else. But yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of the stuff that we're thinking about is stuff that none of the people have actually considered too much. You know?
Okay.
Because I feel like if someone was actually thinking about it, they would not have done they would not have had a series take place in this universe where there should have been a banking planet that was available to Palpatine.
Like I said, someone has to be in charge of this story. Like you would hope that Disney would have someone who's sitting there going, okay, we got to make all these shows make sense, right? Somehow, all these shows got to make some kind of sense together, right? In order to form a world.
Yeah, pretty much.
You would think. You would think the guy there'll be at least one guy thinking about this. And that means that in some other show, the fact that Skeleton Crew stuff had happened should be important.
Yeah, you would think.
you would think that the fact that all of a sudden the Republic now has buku funds would be important.
Yeah.
You'd be like, okay, the real problem with the Republic was the fact that they're so spread thin. Oh look, a planet of money.
Yeah.
Your personnel shortage should be non-existent anymore.
Yeah,
Because you can hire whoever. But if that happens, yeah, that should prevent the stuff that happened for the sequels. So that means that in order for that to not happen, the Republic has to be so inept that they lose the bank again.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
So that is the Skeleton Crew stories technically has the future to be the saddest story out of Star Wars.
Man,
when you think about it, ridiculous. It has the future to be the saddest story if they actually keep up with the sequels. It is the story of, oh look, the children, they made it back. And what happened? Oh, they doomed their planet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they fully doomed the planet.
The children doomed the planet.
Yeah, and I bet you that they're not gonna have any repercussions.
The children's gonna either be if the Republic does what I think it's gonna do, gonna just move all the people, because there weren't that many people. There were more robots than people.
Yeah, they'll probably.
The planet was run by robots.
But it wouldn't make sense for them to completely like pull all of them out, because then they'll have to like rehome them and find them new jobs, and it's just like they already have jobs, they already have homes. There's no real reason for that.
You gotta remember, this is the Republic. They don't care about people.
Yeah.
They barely care. They're just gonna move them. Just gonna move them somewhere else. They don't care where. They're just gonna place them on another planet and go, yeah, you guys do that. We finna take this bank.
Alright, that's the last training that I can do before we need to try and earn money.
Okay. Never actually got that skill, did we?
We'll find out this time.
Cause yeah, when we get to A rank, I'm thinking we're gonna be so outclassed, it's gonna be sad.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of too.
Like I said, I remember how Monster Rancher worked. You can do this.
Hey, we got a new technique.
There you go. Let me guess, it's intelligence based, isn't it?
I don't know yet. No. But it's also not long range.
Okay.
Its hit percent is S. And its damage is D. Which is...
Oh god, no.
No. The S that we had already for our close range hit percent was an E damage, so this is actually a lot better.
Oh my god. We had something with E damage.
We have lots of things with E damage.
Right,
we have lots of things with E damage.
Oh.
Like, the 3 main attacks that I've been able to hit people with have been E damage attacks.
Oh god.
Every little bit helps when it's an endurance fight. You have to remember that that's what we've been doing, endurance fights.
Yeah, that's right.
Our life is really high. Probably not as high as what we're about to see when we get into a tournament. You ready to try it?
Oh god. You understand that this thing's going to the hospital after this, right?
Well, not necessarily. I just rested. Not necessarily.
Fine, fine. Let's just see how this gonna happen. We need to know what we're dealing with.
This is
We're
the
gonna get to that
King's
point.
Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, the battle will about to begin. Garrett is a golem of some sort. The brown golem. Is it a worm golem?
Golems are
Or is it
pretty
a
good.
hair golem? What
Oh
else is
God,
brown?
if it's a hair.
It's a worm golem, it looks like, which means it's going to have a lot of life. So we're not actually all that outclassed.
Okay.
We have higher life. It's a golem, so it has higher power. We actually have higher defense. And our skill's really close to the same.
Yeah, it's a golem. Yeah. Let's see how this goes. But yeah, like I was saying, I think Skeleton Crew is gonna end up being one of the saddest stories of Star Wars.
Ow! 132. That was painful.
Golem sit like a trip.
Dang it. Need that attack to hit. Oh, this is getting really close here.
Like is it
Okay.
at that time with just
We didn't get KO'd.
Uh-huh.
Ended it with 10% life against their 32%. So we fought hard.
All right.
It wasn't an outright victory. They had to work for it.
All right.
Okay. Now there's a hair. A blue hair. What is the blue part?
Tiger.
It's either tiger or gel. Yep, tiger it is. So this is gonna be fast and skillful. Good Lord. If I'm able to touch this thing, it'll be amazing. Also, it has 400 power.
It's called spamming, man. Don't let him actually hit you. If you keep pulling off moves, he can't hit
You remember that there is a limitation to that called your will, right?
Yeah, that's true.
You can only go so much. And they can hit much faster and stronger.
Yes. Yes, like I said, I was not expecting to win it in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, I hit. I hit him.
There you go. Little miracles. Little miracles. At least it won't be a perfect victory.
Oh, my Lord. That was definitely not a good fight.
You got knocked out, right?
No. Didn't get knocked out.
Oh, okay. You actually didn't get knocked out. We're doing better than I thought we would.
Hey, we're going up against another plant. Purebred plant versus purebred plant.
Now we get to see what our true form should have been.
Let's see. Jeez. Ugh.
Like I said, we get to see what our true form should be.
750 life.
Sounds about right.
750.
Yeah, we ain't winning the battle of attrition.
Power's about the same. Power's about the same. Their skill's higher. Our defense is much higher than theirs. Wow.
Yeah, like I said, we get to see our true form.
I'm gonna keep you at that
this
range.
Is what the game is.
I'm gonna keep you at this intelligence attack range because you have shit intelligence too. You have shit intelligence just like ours.
Yep.
Keep you at that nice range so that all you can use are those intelligent attacks.
And you just keep on tapping away at that hit points. He has almost double ours.
Yeah, I've hit them for 2 really strong hits and they still have higher health than our max. 3 really strong hits and they still have higher. So by the way, they are flashing. Their life is flashing now, and they still have higher health than us, than our max.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I finally got their health lower than our max, and I won. So we did not outright lose this competition.
We won one. We can hold our head up high. We won a single round.
Yep. That means we get just a very tiny amount of money because apparently coming in.
We are losing.
Yeah, so. Okay, well. Anyways, it's 9 o'clock, so I'm going to go ahead and save this, and we're going to go ahead and log out for the day. Maybe if we are lucky, we will get Audrey 2 to S class before we need to retire her.
I was gonna say, don't these things retire at around age 4?
Like I said, I don't entirely know, cause like in the first game they lived a lot longer. You know, so like I think that we still have possibly 2 more years with this one.
Okay.
Like I think it's actually gonna be possible the way that we're going that we might be able to get it into S class.
I would be impressed because, like I said, I think the first monster always ends up stopping around A.
I mean, we just beat one person in A, so I think that we have a shot.
I'm surprised that we did that, but yeah, we did that.
I would say that, like, since we're pretty much, like, let me check the training stuff right quick, see if there's anything that's left on the skill. Yeah, so, like, the only places that have any more moves are speed and intelligence right now.
Mm-hmm.
So in all honesty, I'm thinking that from here on out, we just try and see if we can get the power and life up to max or something just by using that little build thing and just focus on that, just heavy focus, just hyper focus on power and life with the build thing, and just because I mean, for one, if we do that, it'll pay for the food that we need. So we won't have to worry about that for a while.
Okay.
Because the way that the training works in this is you actually do like your monster does jobs. You know?
Okay.
So you get like the stats go up, but you also get like for the build thing, you get 150 gold.
Okay.
So that'll like doing that'll cover the cost, the expenses for food and whatnot. And just, you know, when we get like life up to 500, you know, we try again, you know. But again, this is your monster. That is my suggestion, but at the end of the day, this is your monster. It's how you want to raise this one. So when we come back next week, you will tell me what we're gonna do with the rest of this, because I think we have a good chance at getting past egg. I definitely don't think that our first monster is going to wind up getting to S. I mean, getting through S and getting to where we can fight the final four. Like if somehow we manage to beat the big four, I don't even know what to say. Because so
it's one of the easiest version of the game I've ever played.
I don't know. I kind of remember this being harder, but maybe that's because I was just a stupid kid when it came out. So, anyways, so I will be back on Saturday. I'm currently playing Metal Gear Solid 3 on Saturday. If you want to come watch me screw up a lot when it comes to the stealth stuff and get upset and yell at the game a bit, feel free to come by and check me out in the morning at 7 on Saturday. If you're into JRPGs, I'm playing through the Suikoden series on Sunday. And then obviously we're playing Monster Rancher on Monday. I've got my friend with me on for Monster Rancher Monday. And we just kind of talk about geek stuff here. So as you heard us go an entire 2 hours going into full detail on all of this crap in Star Wars.
Yeah.
You can find me at Stereo Star on pretty much all social media. Currently, I am not able to update my TikTok because of stuff that's been going on in America. But once I do have that ability to get back on there, I am going to probably try and put stuff on there more regularly than I've been doing. But yeah, follow me on social media at SerioStar. You can go to my website, SerioStar.com. Go purchase my books and make it to where I can do things for fun a lot more frequently. And I will be so happy. So anyways, I hope everyone has a good week. And we'll see you later. Bye.
See ya.